How to book cheap flights in 2025. Best travel hacks. Here is a shocking travel reality. Flight prices in 2025 jump up and down so fast that a ticket can change by over 30% in a single day, leaving travelers wondering if airlines are playing some kind of digital magic trick. This unpredictability makes it more important than ever to understand the strategies that actually work, not the outdated myths everyone repeats. With a few smart habits, flight hunting stops feeling like a gamble and starts feeling like a game that can absolutely be won. So picture that refreshing moment when a dream destination suddenly becomes affordable, and let the journey into the best flight hacks of 2025 begin. Searching flights in hidden browser modes. Travelers often do not realize that searching flights in regular browser windows leaves a trail of previous searches that can nudge prices upward, making it feel like the internet is watching every move. Switching to hidden or private modes clears those digital footprints and creates a cleaner view of real prices, almost like visiting the site for the first time every time. The worry is that hidden modes might not make a difference, but many travelers notice sudden price drops when starting fresh. It turns the flight search from a stressful hunt into a calmer experience where the numbers stop climbing as aggressively. This simple trick adds a small but powerful advantage in a market full of unpredictable pricing shifts. Using flexible date tools to spot price dips. Airlines in 2025 adjust fares with more algorithms than ever, meaning even a shift of 1 or 2 days can turn a pricey ticket into an absolute bargain. Flexible date calendars reveal those price valleys instantly, making it easier to grab deals that would otherwise be completely missed. While it can feel overwhelming to see so many fare changes scattered across the month, the rewards come fast once patterns appear. Suddenly, a trip becomes possible at a fraction of the cost, simply because travelers chose a smarter date combination. Flexibility continues to be one of the strongest weapons in the cheap flight toolkit. Flying into nearby airports instead of the main hubs. Major airports attract the most demand, and as demand climbs, so do prices, which is why checking nearby airports often leads to surprisingly lower fares. Some secondary airports offer quieter terminals, easier navigation, and cheaper tickets that make the entire travel process feel less stressful. The hesitation usually comes from worrying. The extra distance might complicate the trip, but nearby airports often have quick transport routes, making the trade-off worthwhile. The moment the cheaper option appears, the decision feels like striking gold without cutting corners. Exploring the surrounding airport network opens doors that many travelers overlook. Setting up price alerts before waves of demand. Price alerts work like tiny travel assistants that monitor fares around the clock and notify travelers the moment prices dip, long before the average person notices. The fear is that alerts might send too many notifications, but most systems today are smart enough to highlight only the meaningful changes. These early warnings catch deals during quiet hours when competition is low, which often leads to excellent finds. It is a calm, efficient way to stay ahead of sudden demand spikes that raise fares dramatically. Letting the alerts do the hard work frees travelers from endless refreshing and hunting. Booking flights at odd hours to avoid crowds. Certain times of day see fewer people searching for flights, and airlines occasionally drop prices during those quiet windows, creating a perfect chance for sharp-eyed travelers to strike. The odd hours might sound inconvenient, but the rewards often outweigh the lost sleep, especially when savings appear unexpectedly. There is a certain thrill to catching a deal when the world is quiet and competition barely exists. These unconventional search times make travelers feel like insiders who know when the digital crowds have disappeared. Sometimes the best bargains hide when the internet calms down. Using flight map tools to discover cheaper destinations. Flight map tools reveal prices across entire regions, showing surprising routes that are often cheaper than the main destinations travelers originally considered. This visual approach takes the guesswork out of where is affordable right now and turns it into a fun exploration. At first, the map can feel overwhelming with all the scattered digits, but patterns appear quickly when the eyes adjust. Many travelers discover unexpected destinations that fit both budget and schedule better than planned. These maps transform flight hunting into a creative process rather than a stressful chore. Booking one-way tickets when round trips. Spike round-trip tickets are not always the best deal anymore, especially when airlines adjust prices unevenly across different days. Splitting a journey into 2 one-way tickets sometimes leads to major savings, while also giving travelers more freedom with timing and connections. The concern is that managing separate tickets might be confusing, but booking platforms now simplify the process, so the extra flexibility feels empowering rather than complicated. When a cheaper route appears through this method, it feels like unlocking a hidden doorway in the flight system. This approach keeps options open while cutting unnecessary costs. Watching for fare drops on newly added routes. Airlines in 2025 constantly open new routes to meet shifting demand, and those fresh routes often launch with promotional prices to encourage early bookings. Travelers who track new openings can secure extremely low fares before word spreads and competition increases. The challenge is staying aware of these new routes, but news updates and travel apps make the process easier than ever. Catching one of these introductory deals feels like stepping into a special window of opportunity. It is a strategic habit that rewards those who watch the skies with just a bit more curiosity. Using local currency versions of airline websites. Airline websites do not always display the same price in every version, and switching to the local currency site sometimes reveals lower fares without changing a single detail of the flight. It may feel strange to compare these different versions, but the difference in price can be surprisingly dramatic depending on exchange rates. The excitement comes when the cheaper option appears on a site travelers normally would not have checked. With a few simple searches, what looked expensive suddenly becomes accessible. This little trick takes almost no effort and often delivers big rewards. Avoiding the last-minute myth. Many travelers still believe that waiting until the final moment leads to huge discounts, but 2025 pricing rarely works that way. Last-minute fares usually climb, especially on popular routes, making it smarter to secure tickets early rather than gamble on hope. While the temptation to wait lingers, the relief is undeniable when good fares appear weeks ahead of time. With fewer surprises and less stress, planning feels smoother and more predictable. The modern flight market consistently rewards those who act before demand peaks. If these strategies helped unlock new ways to score cheaper flights in 2025, hit the like button so more travelers can find these insights. Share your own favorite trick in the comments, because every traveler learns something different along the way. And do not forget to subscribe for more guides that make traveling easier, smarter, and far more affordable. Your next great deal might be only one tip away.